What's going on YouTube? Welcome to this video. We're going to throw the Athena a few times. I kind of made myself a little bit of a hole at this park that I have by my house. So, I'm going to throw this one on hyzer, flat, and anhyzer. Anhyzer is going to be a little bit hard from the space that I have, but I want to give you guys a full kind of idea of how this disc flies. I'm going to assume, I brought an evader because I'm going to assume from my first test of this, I have thrown this once, that it's going to be close to my evader. So, here we go. So that's hyzer. It did hit that tree, but it just stayed on that line. It is the note we do have kind of a headwind. So the fact that it just kind of stayed on that line, didn't pop up, talks a little bit to the stability. I'm going to throw the evader and then the T-bird, and we'll see if there's any difference, because that's what I think this disc is. It's kind of disc cross version of a T-bird. And I gave that. So I gave that a little bit more height, but it did almost the same exact thing. It also could be that I throw evader, so I trusted it a little bit more than the Athena. I did try to throw those on the exact same line. Again, I threw the evader just a little bit higher. Here's my T-bird from a tournament in 2022. Never thrown it. Let's see. That was a bad throw. That was a drip lock. I did release it on hyzer. That one did pop up though, so that's interesting. I'm going to go get them and throw them back and see what we think. As I want to give this a fair comparison, I'm going to throw the Athena and the T-bird again. Try to get it close to the evader on it. It might be a little less stable than the evader. Now the Athena. So that flew almost the same, except for the T-bird had a little bit more skip at the end. I'm going to throw this evader again. And we're going to see. I'm accidentally throwing those lower, not trying to. Then we're going to move to an area where I think I can throw flat and maybe turn with it. Yeah, so out of the hand, those fly almost the exact same. I think the Athena has a little less glide. In my opinion, from throwing it a little bit, I think it has a little less glide than the evader, but it feels very, it doesn't feel like a T-bird, but it flies very similar. It's a little less domey. Yeah, I don't know yet. I'll have to throw it a few more times. Okay, so we're going, this is my T-bird, and this is the Athena and the evader. Pretty close to what I thought. I think the T-bird and the evader are very, very close. Or I'm sorry, the evader and the Athena are very close. I thought the T-bird was going to be closer, but that could just be because the skip that I got at the end, which I don't know how to recreate. I'm not that good, so. We're going to throw it this way, flat. And anhyzer, I don't know if we have an area for it. But we're going to try it. So, we'll walk over here and give it a good another throw. Throw it flat and see what we can get to do with it. Alrighty, we're in a new area. Wait for this person to walk by, and then we're gonna throw it flat and see what we can do with it. So I released that flat, still had a lot of stability with it, which is what I'm feeling these next two discs are going to do also. That actually had a little flip up that I didn't expect to throw. I think I threw that a little turned over, as I don't generally turn over evaders or T-birds. So next, the evader, which is something I throw. Like I said, this one I haven't yet. I might put it in my bag. I like this actual one. So I'm starting to change my opinion on this a little bit. I think that the Athena is a little more stable than a T-bird, but it feels just like an evader. I'm pretty sure they have the same numbers. I'll have to look to check. I should have checked before, but just from throwing it, I guessed it was close to an evader. So let me go get those and see if we can throw them turned over, and then we might throw forehand. I don't throw evaders forehand, but for this video I might. So I'm into that pavilion to the left, to the right. I didn't take my phone with me, but I actually was just before it with this Athena. The evader skipped a little bit. This Athena is very, throw your line and it'll fade out at the end. We're going to throw it Anheuser, all three of them, and see what we think. And I'm going to try to get the closer release of everyone. I've also been trying to step in the exact same spot just so that we get a clean beginning point. But let's see. Anheuser, I'm going to be a little bit over here, but I hit the pavilion. I meant to turn that over more. That did not come over like I thought it would, but now onto the T-bird. I'm starting to think this is not like the Athena. I believe it's the same numbers. It might have one more glide. I forgot to look. But yeah, I think Athena's 7402. This is 7502. So it's a little less stable, but let's try it. I mean, it crushes, but that Athena, huh? And now my pride and joy disc, the evader, 740 2. So it's 2.5. The Athena's a 2. Let's see. Oh. So I didn't turn that over near enough to be a comparison. I'm gonna go grab my other one. So I brought an extra evader. This is a Lucid X. So it's supposed to be a little bit more stable than the regular one. But it's the only one that I could bring that I haven't thrown. So be mindful, this actually feels a lot like the Athena. It's more flat top. So maybe this flies closer to the Athena. That one's a little more stable, but I swear the evader and the Athena are very closely related. That Lucid X feels a lot like the Athena, but it's definitely a lot more, it's a tick more stable. I have to really rip over on it. I might throw this Anheuser one more time, guys. I really want to give you guys a good thought of these discs. Okay, so after looking at the parting line, these look very similar. The difference is this has a 5 glide, this has a 4 glide. I thought it was the other way around. So that makes sense why it's just a tick, I think, less stable. As these I really had to rip over, and I really have trouble throwing them on turnovers, especially because they're new. This one, I can. It will not flip over for me, but it'll definitely flip up. These, I struggle to even on a turnover. But let's throw these forehand. I'm kind of not even including the T-Bird at this point. It is the same numbers as this Athena, but I don't think it flies anywhere close to this disc. I think this is a click more stable, but we'll see. So I turned it over as I generally do with forehands. I do not have a flat release. That actually felt really good on my hand. I don't forehand my evaders. I forehand more, most of the time, more stable. That evader handled power very, or that, I'm gonna have a lot of editing to do, but that disc I'm reviewing, Athena, geez, had a lot more stability than I was thinking. Regular evader. My normal miss, high, still flipped over just like the Athena. The stablest evader of the three discs. That was the exact same flight as the Athena. So yes, I think I can conclude the evader and the Athena are very closely related. I'm gonna actually, so yeah, for me shooting, it says it's about 75 meters. Now I think that's a little bit short. I have to do some conversion because I can throw about 280. So that sounds a little bit short, but probably pretty close. That's the I'm shooting it at the trash can in the tree that's basically in line with the pavilion. I will definitely say that this, the Athena's glide was the farthest out of all three discs every single time. Wasn't by much, it might have been by 5 feet, but I think that extra glide definitely shows when you throw it next to something like an evader or a T-Bird. So that glide is a real thing. Alright. Alright, you guys, so here we have the parting line of the T-Bird and the Athena. Athena's a little bit more domey, it looks like, at least in the parting line. The T-Bird looks a little more domey on top. Of the evader. Again, kind of same thing. Evader is a little bit more, actually, it looks pretty close from the dome wise. Yeah, it actually looks real close. The edge looks a little bit different, but and the Lucid X, I think the Lucid X is kind of the closest. Yeah. Might be a little flatter, but looks pretty close. As far as diameter wise, I think the T-Bird's a little smaller in the hand. That looks pretty good for diameter wise. Also looks pretty good. So yeah, that's pretty much what I was trying to see. Is I think the Athena is very close to the EMAC, or to the Evader. That being said, we're going to push back to me a little earlier in the day when I actually shot this. So, enjoy. Two of them I threw pretty good, and I got maybe 260. I think the other one was 270. That's pretty much the end of the pavilion. The other two, I threw nose up. So, I got maybe 230, 220 with them. So, that said, I threw this one low, but I think it has some sneaky glide. And some sneaky stability. So, it reminds me of my beat up Evader that I have in my bag, that I throw a lot. It's pink. It's been loved on a lot. I can turn it over. I can turn this over, I think. But my review is, get you one. If I didn't love my Evaders so much and know how to throw them, I would bag this. I really would. Feels good in the hand. It's just about my height, or my size for my hand. This is a 173. It also could be throwing this off. These I think are a little heavier. This is a 176, and I believe this is like a 175. Could be throwing it off a little bit, but no, get you one. I actually feel good forehanding this. I don't feel good forehanding my Evaders. So, I don't know. I might put it in my bag just to play around with it a little bit. Hopefully it doesn't take out my Evaders on my bag, because I really, really enjoy this disc. But that's it, guys. Enjoy the video. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. And, yeah, that's it. Woo.